Olympics, they used to do some real old school stuff, running in mountains and altitude type stuff. So,
Timmy, if you want to just stand right here, we'll just do the scrum right here.
yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Level up to get that training? Was he like, okay, now you're ready. Now I'll show you methods that I can do. Did he wait till you got to a certain level to show you some of his secrets, kind of?
I don't know. I think he sort of just left me alone, and I'd probably say, yeah, you know what? Time for it now. Let's see how tough this guy really is. You know.
What did you find the hardest out of some of his training methods that you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this one?
In Thailand, the heat is crazy, and the communities. So you're sweating non-stop, liters and liters. So for me, it was like 1 hour non-stop work on the bag, followed by combinations and stuff like that. More of a mental thing. It was like a marathon. Your legs start cramping up, shoulders, and he wasn't letting you breathe. So I think that was the toughest. You know, I came out of it, my cheeks were drawn out, and yeah, I definitely felt it.
You think you got some satisfaction?
For me, it was an accomplishment. I was like, I did it, you know. This guy didn't break me, so it was good.
Well, I'm going to get my Mark Kriegel on for a second. Did it like do anything for you guys as father and son, like even just outside of boxing?
You know what? Sometimes a flame needs to be a candle needs a flame, a fire needs a flame, and I think that was the little ignition between both of us. And a little flame can cause a big fire, and that was the little flame that just got ignited.
Was any of that had to do with the Fundora fight? Like he's like, hey, you know, let's train. I want to show you some things. So
no, it more came from me because there's not many people in this, I guess, at the very, very top of the sport, especially coming from Australia to America, that I could really lean on and rely on and talk to, you know. Coming off a loss, it was like, all right, no one's in this position besides myself. The only one that's felt it was my dad, so it was like a little reunion, little talk, and just to talk over it and like think about how serious this all really is, you know.
Do you ever exchange glances with each other as a family and think, damn, I never imagined being here in this place at this time now as father and son and as fathers?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to even think that, you know. Like, there isn't many father and son duos that have accomplished big things. So for me, to do that and to keep pushing it and to be remembered as probably one of the greatest boxing families ever lived, my ultimate goal.
Well, it's not just you, it's your brothers as well.
Brother, you know, and he's an animal as well.
What made you call your father and say, hey Dad, can you train me, or what can I do, or what was that initial thing? Because I think you were in Hawaii on holiday after the Fundora fight, and then I see you in Thailand with your dad. What happened in between there?
It was like where do you go from here, this type of moment, and who can you call that's actually felt what I felt before, and that's what it was, and it was unbelievable.
Since that finish, has he played more of an active role, like talking to you, or was it just like a one-off thing?
No, we stayed in contact. Okay. Yeah, we stayed in contact. You know, he's coming for the fight, and it's the first time he's coming since my professional debut, and 8 years in the making. So it would be good to see him. It would be good to have him there. You know, like there's not many people that have walked my shoes, and he's the example.
So in 8 years, he has not seen you in the flesh, in the ring. What kept him away all that time?
Good question. When you see him, you gotta ask him.
It's old school Soviet parenting technique.
Could be. Yeah, could be. I don't know. I just kept it alone. I'm like, yeah, you want to come?
He won't be in the corner with you, or he'll just be spectator?
He'll be, I don't know.
He won't be a cut man? Or
No. I'm not going to rely on my dad for cut man.
I don't think anybody wants that job right now. Speaking
Timmy,
of that, the scar looks good.
You've been coming to Vegas.
Vengeance. Vengeance.
That was such, an unusual situation. What, if anything, good came out of that? What was it?
A memory that's going to be lived on for years and years, you know, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, who cares, you lost, whatever. You put on a show, you showed respect to how it is, and you showed your true self. And that's what it's all
Did
about.
it teach you anything about resilience, your own resilience in that moment?
I realized I was ready to die, no matter what. And when you're ready to die, you're a hard man to beat.
You know, you touched on it earlier about Bakhram Murtazaliev, the Soviet style, and that's the style your father was brought up in. So is there anything there like that you feel like, you know, because of that, because you come from that lineage a little bit, now this is your first time on the championship level fighting a guy who comes from that school. Like, how do you digest all that?
Yeah, it's a bit strange, you know, because you watch these styles, you're taught your whole life, and you finally get to face it. You know, you don't know what to expect. I guess you know what to expect. You've been taught your whole life, but you actually don't know what to expect. There's not many styles that you can sort of, that Russian style, Soviet style, you don't really see it as much in Australia and in America, you know, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, one thing you and your dad's style, you guys do the pull counter a lot, and he did it doing it in the 90s and stuff, and where does that come from? Because that's not really the Soviet style.
Yeah,
Soviet
yeah.
style is more the feint with the lead hand.
Like a dribble.
Right,
Yeah.
or Usyk.
Yeah.
So where does that pull, that Tszyu pull come from?
I think probably a bit of swagger in his head. that's
You gotta have swag to do
yeah. You know, you gotta have the eye and the confidence to be able to, you know, see a sort of shot coming and you know. So I don't know. I guess it's I guess it's in the eye.
And then it's so, you know, I think it was leaked a couple months ago that this is part of a plan to inevitably rematch Fundora. Is that right? Is that the long-term plan?
Yeah, you know what, boxing changes. One thing in 1 month could be a completely different story. Who knows, man, what the future holds. I'm just focusing right now on the present.
Well, he is, you know, rumored like he has an extension by the WBO to hash out a fight with Crawford. If that fight did happen, who do you think would win that fight?
Leaning towards a bit more to Crawford, but then again, no one can really ever prepare for a style like Fundora. It's hard. It's punching up. You know, he's taller than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's just heavyweight.
Is that a rematch you definitely want to get before it's all said and done?
Yeah, for sure. But the good thing is we're young. We're young and we've got years. Not years to wait, but we've got plenty of time to make things happen. You know, these other guys are a bit older, so the time's running out.